Hi friends, it's Rebecca. Welcome to our house as we are all finding a new normal and finding ourselves in this unexpected place in the season of Lent. I thought it might be nice for us to go back to our children's messages that we started at the beginning of Lent and bring them into our house. So we've gathered a few things from our house, and I thought you might have some of these things too. And they'll help us remember the stories of all our friends in the Bible who have been through tough times and have made it through with God's love. And if ever there was a time for us to remember those stories, it is now. So if you want to participate and create a little worship center in your home, we just got a plate that we're going to use, or you could use a platter. We found an old purple scarf we're going to use for the color of Lent. I have sand. But you could use sugar or 2 cups of salt. You could even use dirt from a flower pot. And then we have some seashells, but you could make seashells out of construction paper. And then we have a little cup to put some water in. So we're going to start. These are the things we're using for now, and then each week we'll add another symbol to remind us of these stories. So I'm first going to put out our purple cloth. And purple reminds us that we're in a time waiting for Jesus, the King of all kings. And then I'm going to add our sand. And as we talked about on that first Sunday in Lent, the people of God were in the sand, in the desert, in the wilderness for 40 years. And the desert is always changing. And it is very dry in the desert. And when the winds blow, the desert changes. And so that first Sunday of Lent, we remembered how the people of God called out to God, deliver us, save us, help us. And we remember their words, that God was with them. On our second Sunday of Lent, we added the seashells, and my friends helped to put them in the sand. And even though there might not be seashells as you're walking in a desert, we do find them along the beach. And in the church, the seashell is often a symbol of baptism. And so we are reminded of the story of Nicodemus, who went to Jesus asking questions, and Jesus said to Nicodemus, be born again. And so often when we experience baptism in the church, we are reminded that we are born again in Jesus' love. And so we remember the words of Nicodemus and his friends when they said, change us, O Lord. And so now today, we're going to add just a little bit of water to our Lenten scene. And we know there's not much water in the desert, but there are wells, places that people go to get water. And in the story of the woman at the well, she went at noon to get water. And she went at noon so she could be alone. She went alone because she did not want to encounter other people. And she was lonely in her life. And I think some of us can relate to that right now. Even as we try to go to the grocery store when nobody's going to be there, it can feel lonely. But when the woman went to the well, she was surprised because Jesus met her there. And Jesus asked her for water. When no one else would go near this woman, Jesus came near. And Jesus told the woman at the well everything about her life because Jesus knew her even when she was alone. And so today we think of the words for the woman at the well. Jesus said, those who drink of this water will be thirsty, but those who drink of the living water will be filled. And so our words today for deliverance are, fill us, O Lord, fill us. Fill us with your love. Join me in an echo prayer. Dear God, thank you for your love. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being with us in all times and places. Thank you for being with us when we feel alone. Fill us, O Lord. Amen.